Speaking about NIC teaming, that time I told what is failover, use of failover and load balancer, right? So here it is like this. You can see first of all what is this failover. Okay, what is a failover or so what is failover or high available So these are the what is this? What is failover? What is high available? High availability. High availability. So why it is important? Next one is what is load balancer? These are very important terminologies. Okay, very important guys. Depends upon the technology. For example, Microsoft, VMware, or maybe Citrix, maybe in other words, in anything like maybe you take a Oracle database servers, Oracle, what we can say, WebLogic server, okay, or maybe data storage servers, or like anything. These things are very important. It's just like it's very simple of this failover and load balancer is if two important thing is if any one any of server or a storage or network failed, okay, failed, but still user gets service, meaning is if server down, no problem, even a server down, if server down or even if server is down, okay, still access to service, okay, service is running, exactly say service available or running also we can tell like this. Okay guys, that is the main important. Next, for example, google.com, you have a google.com, right? This is the most famous, more load on a server is google.com. So google.com per second the millions of queries will go, right? Millions of queries. Even if you want to open a Gmail, people who open google.com, they put Gmail and they will open. Okay, so most of the websites and all we open from the google.com only. We want to download something, even you know the URL, so you don't copy paste URL. You will, what you do, facebook.com also will search in Google. Like there is a lot of load. There is so many other search engines are there. Yahoo search engine is there, Bing search engine, Microsoft Bing search engine is there, DuckDuckGo kind of stuff. Okay, a lot of other search engines are there. Okay, but what is a genuine, what we feel genuine and more demand is google.com. So on one single google.com, how much load it is there? If I take only one single server, my search in google.com, I'm maintaining google.com, so why should I put a more servers? I put a single server, then based on that load on it, or if it is failed, we can't access Google. More load, then definitely it will be failed. You want to search something, you type something like I want to search for a what is failover cluster. Okay, so the failover cluster will take on the question, you put a query, output will come after 1 or 2 hours. Okay, we are maybe that your time is very easy time. Means you know the computer from last 5-6 years. Okay, so maximum, right, like in your engineering and before one maximum intermediate engineering, 10th class intermediate engineering. Okay, internet usage of internet, email communication, these things only we are using from last few years only you are using. You know, when I am using, that is like a to almost 2000. I know computer internet from 2000 year. I know computers from 1999 only. That is what first time I learned computers in after my intermediate. Okay, so like you learn computers after your intermediate, I learn my computers and after intermediate. So that is 1999. That time I don't have much idea about internet. I know only DOS, Windows kind of stuff. But when I joined in a polytechnic in Hyderabad, so we started internet is there, 20 rupees per hour, 30 rupees per hour. So email communication, searching kind of stuff. So, you know, if I search something like that time Reliance India Mobile, okay, is famous. I don't have much spelling kind of stuff. So I search for about a RAM. Okay, so I put a RAM. So then now it is showing RIM. So I thought it will go with the Reliance India Mobile. Okay, I thought it will shows Reliance India Mobile. Now see these many sites it is showing, but it is not showing Reliance India Mobile. It is showing Research in Motion website. Showing this Research in Motion website, and it is a US site, and it is belongs to BlackBerry. Okay, the BlackBerry, the main company, that's the people who want to build a BlackBerry, they create a one association called Research in Motion, origin known as a Research in Motion. Okay, okay, so BlackBerry came from the Research in Motion. So I got Research in Motion website and open it. It is showing BlackBerry form. I don't understand that time. So why it is showing BlackBerry instead of Reliance India Mobile? Because of countrywide, country. Okay, so when you put like this, it is showing like a different dictionaries, or maybe any in my area, in Vishakhapatnam area. So if anything with that name is there in Andhra Pradesh, in India, in a nearest countries, like, so depends upon that, are most popular. It may be not in India, but it may be in some place, but it depends on the popularity of that one. It is displaying now. It means lot of intellectual programs also should be run, right? So lot of things should be done, but now it is showing like that, but earlier it is not like that. Okay, if you open a website, it will take lot of time. Okay, so that is what it is. What I'm trying to say is load balancer. What is load balancer? What is a failover? Again, we'll see. Okay, different examples we can able to create. See, this is a one node. One node means one server. So I put a name of this one is like a node, one node number 1. This is my web server. Guys, understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is my web server. This is my client. Actually, this story I want to tell in the last 2 days back only, but I didn't tell that one. Okay, so no problem. This is my client, C1, accessing this web server using an IP address. So what I said, if in case if this server is down, or maybe server network connection is down, maybe server network connection is down, maybe server is down. So what happens? We can't able to access. We can't able to access web page, right? Can't able to access this web page. Now what happened? What I have done? I put another web server. Okay. So I put another node. node number 2. This is also a web server. Just example, I'm taking web server for understanding. Okay. This is also web server. This is also in the same network. If I want to access website from here, I will use this IP address. If I want to access this web server, then I have to access with the IP address. Then problem is occur again. See, if this web server is down, I can't access, right? Again, I have to switch to another website. Again, another IP address. Okay. So I'm not doing this one. Don't want. We can do it, but point is different. Okay. The round robin concept is different, and I'm not teaching round robin here. Okay. Yeah. So what happened? The client is accessing. My node 1 is down. So I have to get access from node 2. Both are maintaining same data, but I have to switch from node 1 to node 2 by IP address, right? So I'm accessing data from node 1. Now node 1 is down. Then again I have to switch from node 2. Again I will ask node 2, I want a data. It is not good at all. It is not good at all, right? So client should experience they're accessing from one single server only, single IP, single server, single name only, not different servers. But I have to maintain multiple servers. So then if one of the server is down, no problem, other server will give you services. So not what happened, I've created I created a failover cluster. Okay, I created this cluster, failover cluster, a load balancer cluster, or any or both, we can create it. So combination of multiple hosts or a computers or virtual machines, whatever it is, combination of multiple computers together, we call it as a cluster. Cluster means similar things, similar systems we are combined together and make it as a single one, called as a cluster. So I created a failover cluster. I created a failover cluster. Now this cluster has an IP address. Individual PCs also having their own IP address. It is also having IP address. This is also having IP address. But I have to contact with this one only, cluster IP. So this time I will open with my clusters. Okay. Cluster IP address only. So I'm communicating to it like this. Okay, I'm communicating from here. I'm communicating from here. Okay. So sorry, I'm disconnected a little bit. Yes, cluster IP address. So what is the cluster IP address? This two nodes together become a single cluster. So I assign an IP address to the cluster. So whenever user is accessing with a cluster IP, what happen? This cluster will decide give the page from this server or this server. If in case this is active, this is standby, this is active, and this is standby. So I will get a page from node 1 only always. Node 1 only always. If in case my active server is down, no problem, I will get a page from node 2 automatically. I no need to switch from node 1 to node 2. The cluster will do that job. Cluster will do the job. So this is called a failover cluster. Failover cluster. Guys, understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is active standby. This is one of the configuration. This configuration also we can able to do it active and standby. active and standby. So active will give you a web page through the cluster to the client. Standby waits. If active is down, standby become active and then automatically begin. So client important is, guys, always in infrastructure management. Client should get service. You are providing a service, client accessing a service, client should get always service should be available always. So no compromising it. If you are compromising, okay, it is a client. We have seen lot of things. Okay, we went to ATM center, no money in it, no problem. So we came home, or maybe we'll go to another ATM center. Okay, like that. So we'll go, right. So right. So we go to what we can say, telephone communication, internet is not working, no problem. Simply say internet not working. You call to the guy and he said an internet not working, no problem, tomorrow it will work. I don't come tomorrow, Sunday, I don't come tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday holiday, I will come on Monday. So meanwhile you have to stay disconnected. Okay, we hear this answer and we can't do anything. Even you call the guy, he is a maximum say sorry for your inconvenience, and you yourself, that kind of stuff only he will ask. Okay, my point is, in a reality, for example, you are working in an organization, either like a HCL, Cognizant, Savantis, big organization, Wipro, Infosys, this big organizations. One organization provides a service to another organization. For example, HCL is a banking sector. It's a huge network support for a banking sectors like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, okay, IDBI Bank. So the banking sector, so mainly the network is by HCL. Not only in India, outside of India also, HCL is a very big network-based company. AT&T, okay, that is another company. HCL tie-up companies also there. So like HCL subcontract PC is also there, right? AT&T is there. Telephone, another AT&T is there. So another telephone company is also there. I are able to recollect this. It's also famous name. That old name only it is like AT&T only. Okay. So they are providing a service to another company. For example, I have an organization. People are working. I need internet connection. So means like a dedicated internet connection I have taken from some company. Okay, some thing. So they're maintaining my entire network related kind of stuff. So I'm working. So suddenly not working, network down. The guy said a network is down, sir. It won't work now. Wait for 1 hour. We are all go for lunch. We have a birthday party. Okay. So my friend is crying. Okay. My girlfriend is cheating. So like you people, you tell that kind of answer. No problem. They'll made one complaint. So then they will raise the issue. Either it will should be solved or a proper get back. Otherwise, they'll put it in a court, high court, Supreme Court, wherever you go, they put a court in the consumer form. Okay, consumer court. I told all the name. There is a court name called a consumer form. Okay, consumer court is there. They put it. These guys told this type of service they are providing, but they are not providing, and they are telling that some silly reason, some other kind of reason, no response in from that one. We got a huge loss, 10 crores of loss per minute. So there is no network for more than 1 hour. It means more than 60, 70, 80 minutes no internet. So we got that many crores, like 800 crores of my huge losses occur. And my employees, one person is try to suicide because of that one. Mental torture, BP rise, sugar complaint. So they can put anything. So crores of money is you have challenges there, guys. That's why I'm telling you are in infrastructure management. Meaning is be careful when you are doing your work. Be responsible. Be careful means be responsible. So that is a important point here. Okay. So failover cluster compulsory. Client should not get down. Server may down. Client should not down. So service should not down. Okay. Server can be down. but service should not be down. So that is about a failover cluster. And another hand, you can put a both are active also. Okay, both can be active or active standby. There is a based on the risk management, guys. Always risk management is very important. What is the meaning of risk management? So we have to calculate the risk. You have to calculate the risk. So what are the possibility of, what is the possibility of two systems can be down within a 1 hour, within a 1 hour or within a day? Like one system is down, you are going to repair it. Meanwhile, other is also down. Service disconnect. So what I have to do? How to calculate a risk management. So this is another word. Okay, guys, if you have a lucky, you got a class with Sai sir anytime. So otherwise, we'll try to arrange one class with Sai sir. He's worked in a real time. So when he taken a classes, so ask him like, yes, sir, we have some doubts. Explain with some real time example in his experience also. Ask what is risk management, what is change management. Okay, this kind of stuff you will explain that one. Okay, because if I do go for that stories, I can't cut it. Okay, sir will tell in the proper session like a 10 minutes or 20 minutes. He will take it. He won't take 1 or 2 hour session on it. Okay, so he will cut into that one. So only concentrate on the particular part. Exact details. Exact means point to point. Easy details. Easy story will understand. Okay. I will tell big stories. No, that is another problem. So what I have done, I put more nodes in my failover. Okay, sorry, in no more nodes in my cluster. So what happened? Even though if one of the server is down, no problem. Other server will give you services. Okay, any of the server is can able to give the service. So for example, I made a 3 active, 1 standby, or all are active. Okay, or 2 active, 2 standby kind of stuff you can configure. So here it is. Your my node 1 is down, no problem. Node 2 is giving service. Node 2 is busy. Node 3 will give you service. Okay, so ultimately we are getting a service that is very important. Depends upon risk management. What I said, risk management is what are the possibility of a server or number of servers will be down within a particular period of time. So that is also I will put a one word is there. Okay, mean time between failure. What is mean? Average kind of stuff, right? Mean means like a average. Mean time between failure. Mean time between failure. BIT or BET?
BET, sir.
Right? This is between. This is between. Yeah, whatever it is, you got a meaning. Okay, mean time between failures. Okay, meaning is if one server is down, after 15 minutes another server is down. After half an hour another server is down. Means there is how much time we will get it for a next down. So meanwhile, you have to come up with a solution, either adding more servers or more nodes, or repair the first already repaired one. Something you have to find a immediate solution. Make sure that client should not get a downtime. We are calling a client, but it's not one, right? One client means there is a thousands of users are can be there. So that is very important in this one. So guys, this is an example of failover, and understanding of failover are a high available. Okay, now what is this load balancer? Or we configure failover plus load balancer, or both are at a time. Okay, so remember this thing also. Why? Because of in a cloud also same terminology is important. Elastic bean stack, elastic EC2, elastic cloud. Okay, elastic load balancer. Elastic load balancer is there. Without load balancer, column. With load balancer, no column. Okay. Few years back, my sister asked me a question because when she's preparing for big data kind of stuff, so that time she asked me. So I told one example. I will try that an example for you also. So load balancer also same concept as a cluster. So I have a multiple nodes in the single cluster. Client accessing with a cluster IP address only. Okay. So what is this load balancer? Number of clients are increased. As I said in google.com, like I have a web server. A lot of people are accessing my web server become famous. Okay, so traffic increased. Earlier I thought maximum per minute only 100 or 200 users will be accessible. Now per minute I got 1,000 users, 2,000 users, or maybe it become a 1 million users per minute or per second. 1 million per second users are getting information from my website, web server. Now more load, right? We cannot able to handle that much load. What to do? Distribute the load to others. What to do? Distribute the load to others. How to distribute? We don't distribute anything. We don't distribute anything. What we do? A client C1 send a request. So to the cluster IP address. So cluster what we will do? First deliver page from the node 1. Next one. So like a C2. Okay. For C2 node 2. For C3 node 3. For C4 node 4. Okay. For example, I have a C5. Again node 1. Okay. Again C6 node 2. C6. It will become more lines. C6 node 6. C7. Right. Okay. I think guys you understand point. So what happened? It's like a maybe a lot of people don't know bus pass kind of stuff. Ticket counters. Go to ticket counter. There is a 50-60 members are came into ticket counters. 4 counters are there. 4 counters. First guy will go to first counter. Second guy will go to second counter. Third guy will go to third counter. Fourth guy is go to fourth counter. Right. So 4 counters free. 4 counters are there. Now people are coming, right? So what they will do? They'll see which counter is free, or there is a security guard is there. When last time I went somewhere. Yes, I went to somewhere. I didn't remember. There's 3 lines are there. So first 2 lines are full always. The last line is free. So I want to take something that's the last line is free. People don't know because everybody struck at first 2 lines only. Okay, the entrance of third line they didn't know. The people are there, but they don't understand. The third line is fastly moving. So what we do? So we went to third line. So we got came out very faster is compared to first 2 lines. Okay, bus stands, railway station. Secunderabad they're having very big railway reservation building is there, separate building for railway reservation. Okay, so they will distribute tokens. You have to go inside a reservation, show the form, take the form, fill the form, show the form, you will get a token. Take the token, wait for your number. So they allotted to counter. So you have to go to the counter, show it, give the money, done with the ticket. So this much line is there. Now no problem, we are in the internet. So that is like a direct connection. That's the point what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I said no, I will tell an example for it. Yeah, guys, if you go to the shopping malls, okay, yeah, all are I told railway station, bus pass counters and all may not been, but people are everybody went to shopping malls, right? D Mart, Big Bazaar, like Walmarts. Nowadays, D Mart is everywhere, so everybody knows D Mart at least. I hope so. So go to a shopping mall or a shop or a big shopping malls. Okay, Vijeta, okay, Heritage. They are having less counters, but if you go to DMart and all, go on a Monday morning, maximum 2 4 counters, maximum 4 counters open, not more than 4. 3 to 4 counters, maximum 4 counters will open. So on evening, Monday evening, 5 to 6 counters open. Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, 10 more than 10 counters will open, means all counters will open. Okay, almost more than 10 counters will be there. Definitely depends upon the shop. So all counters will open. All counters, double counters also there. This side, that side, both the sides counters are there in one single row. Also there is a double computer, double time passage is also there, double lines we can able to do it. So for example, you taken some items, you paid at a first counter. Your friend taken some other items, paid at fifth counter, and another guy is paid at a second counter. All three members paid to whom? Paid to whom? Shop only, right? You are paying. You are purchasing from the DMart. You are paid to DMart only. You are paying at different counters, but you are paying to shop only, right? Understand example, guys? People, I think because of story sleep, Pinky is there. Huh? Okay, so simple it is. How many counters? Why Saturday, Sunday more counters? To balance the load. More members are there, so it is very difficult to deal. Like a Saturday, Sunday, everybody free, and there is a 10 members, 20 members. The for checking with counters and paying bills and all. Okay, because of those weekends, load is high. Weekdays, load is less. Weekdays evening, load increases. Weekdays morning, load less. Okay. Weekends, load increases. Morning is high. Evening is very high in the weekends. So compulsory, the staff is important. Staff increases. Staff, working staff, counter related staff is mainly in on each and every counterpart. So what is the advantage of that one? It is reduce the load on individual counters. Load on a individual counters. Similarly, I have a 10 computers. Load increases. Load increases. 10 computers distribute the load to each and everything. Okay. Load decreases. Load on each one is less. Load is crossing the 10 servers, 10 nodes. You have to increase. Check the load on individual and overall load. Means on 10 nodes and individual nodes. Verify the load. If load is very high, again, risk management. What is risk management? Calculated risk. Calculated risk on an individual servers and overall cluster. So what is the total load per minute, per particular hours? Peak hours are there: early morning, mid morning, afternoon, noon, evening, night time. Okay. So what is the load calculation? Depends upon that. You may require to deploy more nodes. You have to kill the more nodes. Or deploy more nodes. More nodes requirement is there in a particular time. Particular time not required. Okay. For example, Amazon sales are there, no? That 5 days, 4 days, or 3 days sales, flash sales. That time more nodes deployment is there. Non regular days, less deployments. Early morning, no one will open Flipkart or Amazon in generally for purchasing goods, right? Very less. We are all busy in morning time. Evening time, we'll open and checking what is this, what is this. The purchasing transactions are in different timing, different places, right? So morning, we don't open immediately want to buy something. Okay, that is won't be there. So less loading after 9 o'clock or maybe after 10 o'clock or and evening time, night time, it increases, the load increases. So that's the point we are trying to tell. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. This is a load balancer. Okay, so in a different technology we have different things. In a Microsoft call, this technology is a failover cluster. Failover cluster. Load balancer is load balancer only. Failover cluster. Okay. Uh, and network load balancer. Network load balancer is automatically balance the load between servers. You are balancing network. Now you are not balancing the network, guys. You are distributing load to the different nodes by distributing through network only. So different IP addresses, four servers, four IP addresses. Instead of four IP addresses, you are communicating through single IP. So your cluster will decide which one will give you deliver the things. Okay, like this. Some other technologies will use high available, okay, always available, that names kind of stuff. Names are different, but technology is thing. Guys, to maintain infrastructure compulsory for in a service way, we have to maintain multiple servers for a failover cluster and a load balancer. Guys, understand this technology names?
Yes, sir.
Okay, mean time between failure. Why? Mean time between failure. Okay, you can search it also. You can search in mean time between failure. Yeah, you are right. I am wrong. Measure the average time that equipment is operate between breakdowns or stoppages. Measure in hours. Measure in hours. MTBF helps business understand availability of their equipment and if there are problem with reliability. Okay, so this is a 0 to infinity mean time, right? So that is why it is showing mean time between failure. Risk management, problem management, incident management. There is a lot of things are available in the management kind of stuff, but only I write only one thing is that is risk management. The risk management important point is failover and load balancers. Okay, nowadays they are getting lot of services like a Kubernetes. Okay, Kubernetes. You know, Docker is also like a virtualization kind of container virtualization services. Kubernetes is a orchestration services. Kubernetes. I said no, there is a lot of technology names are there. Microservices, Kubernetes, microservices. These are you know, is a orchestration related services. Open source container orchestration for automation, software deployment, scaling, and management. Google originally designed Kubernetes, but Google native computing foundation now maintaining the project kind of stuff. Okay, introduced in 2014. Okay, so Docker is a container management, but Kubernetes orchestration kind of stuff. Automation deployment, important is scaling. As I said earlier, load increases, more machines required, more user authentication required, more handling is required, more deployments are required. So Kubernetes understand automatically the load increases, it deploys multiple virtual machines automatically. It deploys multiple virtual machines automatically. Okay, so that is a Kubernetes service. Okay, understand guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is one of the thing in automation. Okay, people speak about automation means when immediately they go for robotics. Robotics is a artificial intelligence, automation, or artificial intelligence in a different kind of stuff. That is robotics is separate from here. Okay, this is automation. Meaning is in this concept of automation is load increases, deploy multiple servers, understand the user frequent queries. The different places, different type of automation we use it. I'm talking here. Okay, that's it. The story. So next story, I will tell about the private cloud, how private cloud will be created, what is meaning of infrastructure as a service. Okay, so then and next we'll see different cloud services also. Okay, now take a break. Okay, just 10 minutes.